Every single person alive today exists because millions of women survived the most dangerous journey in human history. It wasn't war. It wasn't hunting. It wasn't disease. It was pregnancy. 40,000 years ago, a single pregnancy could decide the future of an entire tribe. There were no hospitals, no doctors, no medicine, no painkillers, only a small tribe, fighting every single day, just to survive. Among them was a young woman named Alice. She wasn't a queen, she wasn't a warrior, but the child she carried could become the tribe's future. This is her story. The morning looked like every other morning. Alice walked to the river before the rest of the tribe had awakened. She had done this hundreds of times before, but today, something felt different. The cold air felt heavier. Her body felt weaker. At first, she thought she was simply tired. She had no idea this ordinary morning would change the rest of her life. As Alice sat beside the river, questions filled her mind. She had lost her appetite. She became tired much faster than usual. Even simple tasks now felt strangely difficult. In today's world, a simple test could answer every question. But 40,000 years ago, your own body was the only sign you had. Later that evening, Alice quietly visited Mother Sarah, the oldest woman in the tribe. She had helped bring dozens of children into the world. She didn't need machines. She didn't need medicine. Years of experience had taught her how to read what nature was saying. She gently examined Alice, then smiled. Mother Sarah didn't celebrate. She remained calm, because she understood something Alice didn't. Pregnancy wasn't only joyful, it was dangerous. One mistake, one illness, one hungry predator could change everything. The tribe needed to know. That evening, Cale returned from the hunt. He expected another ordinary day. Instead, Alice quietly placed his hand on her stomach. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Cale didn't see fear. He saw responsibility. Becoming a father meant much more than having a child. It meant finding more food, building better shelter, protecting 2 lives instead of 1. Overnight, everything had changed, not only for Alice, but for Cale as well. That night, the tribe gathered around the fire. Grandfather listened quietly. No one raised their voice. Everyone understood. A new life could strengthen the tribe, or become its greatest challenge. Winter was getting closer. Long after everyone had fallen asleep, Grandfather and Cale stood outside the cave, watching the darkness, listening to distant wolves. Neither of them feared the cold. They feared something else, because from this night forward, every hunt, every fire, every decision would be made for the child who had not yet been born. The next morning, nothing looked different, but everything had changed. Cale quietly lifted Alice's gathering basket before she could. For months, she had collected berries, roots, and firewood with the others, but not anymore. Every unnecessary risk could cost 2 lives instead of 1. Inside the cave, Mother Sarah prepared a special meal. The best meat was no longer saved for the strongest hunter. It was given to Alice. The sweetest berries, the freshest water, even the rare medicinal plants. The tribe understood something long before science did. A healthy mother meant a stronger future. While Alice rested, Cale and Grandfather watched the land more carefully than ever before. Fresh wolf tracks appeared closer to the cave. Every hunt became more dangerous. Every mistake became more expensive. They weren't only protecting Alice anymore, they were protecting the next generation. That night, as the fire slowly burned, Alice suddenly stopped talking. She placed both hands on her stomach. Then, she smiled. For the very first time, she felt the baby move. Grandfather looked at the fire, then quietly whispered, "Life has chosen to stay." Weeks passed. Winter arrived. Alice could no longer walk as far as she once did. Even crossing the camp became exhausting. Every step reminded her that the day was getting closer. Mother Sarah watched her carefully. She knew the baby could arrive at any moment. Image 16, away from the rest of the tribe. Mother Sarah prepared a small shelter. Fresh animal hides covered the ground. Warm water stayed close to the fire. Healing herbs were placed within reach. There were no hospitals, no clean white rooms, only experience, passed from one generation to the next. Image 17. Outside, Cale barely slept anymore. Every night, he checked the fire, sharpened his spear, and listened. Wolves had been coming closer. If they attacked now, the tribe would have to fight, while a new life struggled to enter the world. Image 18. Then, it happened. Alice suddenly stopped walking. She grabbed Mother Sarah's arm. A sharp pain spread across her body. Another one followed. Mother Sarah looked into Alice's eyes. She didn't panic. She simply whispered, "It's time." Mother Sarah quickly guided Alice inside the shelter. The rest of the tribe stayed outside. Only the women who had done this before were allowed to enter. They had no machines, no monitors, no medicine, only calm voices, skilled hands, and thousands of years of experience. Outside, Cale could do nothing. For the first time in his life, his strength meant nothing. He couldn't fight. He couldn't hunt. He couldn't protect Alice from the pain she was facing. All he could do was wait. Hours passed. The fire burned lower. The entire tribe remained silent. Then, a sound broke the silence. A tiny cry echoed through the shelter. It was the smallest voice anyone had ever heard. Yet, it changed everything. Mother Sarah stepped outside, holding a newborn child. Cale stood frozen. Grandfather slowly smiled. No one cheered. No one shouted. They simply looked at the child and understood. Humanity had survived. One more day. By the next morning, the danger had passed. Alice rested beside the fire, holding her newborn close to her chest. The tribe became quiet again, but life inside the cave had changed forever. One more child meant one more chance for humanity to survive. Over the next few days, Alice never hunted. She never collected firewood. She was never left alone. Every member of the tribe shared the responsibility. Some brought food, others protected the camp, because everyone understood raising one child was never the job of one mother. This is something scientists still study today. Humans are different from almost every other animal. We survived, not because we were the fastest, not because we were the strongest. We survived because we learned something far more powerful. We survived together. Somewhere, 40,000 years ago, a newborn opened its eyes for the very first time. That child grew up, had children of their own, and generation after generation, their story continued until, one day, it became yours.